Field Sunday, all eyes on Micah Parsons, who was able to play, made an immediate impact on his new team. You know, sometimes a change of scenery is just a trick. Micah?
I think it's back to what football is need to be. The trade is done. We got to win. We're 1-0. Now I'm around some really great guys, really great organization, really great fan base, and a really great football team. So now we can put all the nonsense beside. I'm healthy. I'm able to get off the field and get ready for another game Thursday night and just keep trying to win games and just do what ball's about.
Oh, I love this for Micah. And now we bring in our guy, Peter Schrager, who's in Chicago, the site of Monday Night Football. Happy week 1. Peter, I'm going to jump right in. Tell me this. Are the Packers the biggest threat to Philly in the NFC now?
I believe they are, Molly, and I believe they are because they have an elite NFL defense that can stop Philadelphia's elite offense. Last time we saw Philly in the playoffs, they scored 7 rushing touchdowns on the Commanders and then lit up the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Last night in Green Bay, there was no better defense in the NFL than what we saw in Green. And it's not just Micah, who's just getting started and played only 29 snaps. This is a team that had 9 tackles for a loss, 4 sacks. They held the Lions, which was the most explosive offense in football, to 2.1 yards per carry yesterday. Jahmyr Gibbs had maybe the weirdest stat line in the NFL. This is one of the most dynamic players in the league. He had 10 catches for just 30 yards. This Packers defense has all this collection of first-round picks. Quay Walker played awesome. Lucas Van Ness played awesome. Micah Parsons is on the field. There is an elite defense, and Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator, is a guy who could have sat at Boston College and been an ascending college head coach and had a great college career. He pulled the plug, said, let me go to the NFL as a defensive coordinator, and I wouldn't be shocked if this team continues to play this way the entire season, and Hafley is the name that we're talking about next year as an NFL head coach. I love the Packers defense, and the only way to beat Philadelphia in that rushing game is to have the big bodies that can go up there, and I think Green Bay does.
Cam? Oh, you want to go, Stephen?
Yeah, I want to chime in with Peter. Peter, first things first, before I get into the football stuff, where the hell are you? I mean, I know you're in Chicago. I know you're in Chicago.
Like
but
this?
I mean, damn. I mean, when they got you in the basement, I mean, what the basement social field? What the hell's going on? I'm just asking. We got to talk about that, everything like that. You know,
Let there be light.
You know, I'm messing with you, bro. Listen. I get your point about Green Bay, and I can't necessarily disagree with you, Peter, particularly considering what Micah has the potential to bring to the table because of his speed and his ability to get to the quarterback. There's no doubt about it. It was really good to see him get that sack yesterday. But I'm not going to summarily dismiss the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm going to throw this other team out there just in case. And of course, we got the Commanders. They won the NFC Championship game last year. You can't ignore them. I'm just not going to ignore Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At some point in time, we got to pay attention to Baker Mayfield. I mean, the way that this brother is playing, the way that this brother is flinging the football, particularly in clutch situations, I just can't say enough about what I'm seeing from him. And at some point in time, we know that Todd Bowles, he's always going to have his defense ready when it really, really counts. So we can't ignore that reality as well. But I hear what you're saying about Green Bay. I understand it. To me, the issue is not their defense. The issue is Jordan Love in big games. We know all the talent is there. We know the brother can fling that football. We know the talent is the talent. But that little extra something inside your chest, when it really, really counts, are you going to be that dude that ascends or shrivels? We got to figure that out. That's been the question, really, about the Green Bay Packers, even before they got Micah. And I don't know if Micah makes up for that. Certainly, Green Bay is going to get more bites at the apple. Their defense can make some noise. There's no doubt about it. But it comes down to love in Green Bay, more so than anything or anybody else. And when I look at it from that standpoint, and I see Matthew Stafford, and I see Baker Mayfield, I can't just ignore that reality. And then you got to consider who they were going up against, Peter, Cam. You're going against a Detroit Lions squad, lost both coordinators, okay? Ben Johnson is gone. You got this dude, John Morton, there. I don't know what the hell that was about. I mean, they had no chemistry, nothing going on. They just looked completely inefficient. I mean, Montgomery and Gibbs giving you nothing at all. I mean, I'm just looking at it from that standpoint.
Yeah, we need to get into the Lions offense
we
at some point.
We don't know about the Lions yet. We don't know what kind of test Green Bay received yesterday.
As far as competition, Stephen A., they have the Commanders next week, and that's going to be a phenomenal game, seeing the Packers and Commanders.
Fair.
Cam?
Yeah, I mean, that team that we saw yesterday in Green Bay was definitely a contender in the NFC. And I know I was on record last week of saying that they're not better than the Detroit Lions. Well, what better way to show that they're not better or they are better? Just go out there and whoop them. They dominated the game from start to finish. And I think what Micah Parsons brings to the table is a sense of urgency, a sense of aura, a sense of like swagger that this defense already had with Rashawn Gary and those guys. But it felt a little different. It looked a little different. Those guys was explosive. They was extremely stingy. And when you're able to encapsulate a good offense, what makes a great offense look very docile or very regular or vanilla, that's something in its own right. And the energy that I even seen through the TV screen was something different that we haven't really seen ever or in my lifetime in Green Bay.
Other thing, Molly,
Yeah,
real
go ahead.
quick. The Detroit Lions had a very prolific offense last year over the last 2 years. Peter and Cam know this. All right, Jared Goff yesterday, 3 for 7 with 1 touchdown, 1 interception in the red zone. Last season in the red zone, Jared Goff completed 66% of his passes, 23 touchdowns, and not a single interception. We've gone from that to seeing what we saw from Detroit yesterday. Nobody expected that kind of precipitous drop-off.
100%. Peter, I know it's just week
Stephen A.
one. I don't want to overreact, but how concerning is that Lions offense?
Oh, it's very concerning. I think the brain drain is real. I think Ben Johnson's already 1-0 and he hasn't even coached an NFL game. I think you see that Ben Johnson brought a lot to that offense, and you get to this Chicago game tonight and it's like, all right, we want to see what the Bears did, but he was important. Now look, Jared Goff won a lot of games with Sean McVay and he won a lot of games with Ben Johnson. He don't got those guys anymore. And I think there is a bit of a, what can Jared Goff do without those two, even this deep into his career with all his accolades? We have to see.
Well, we got to think about this, too, and here's where it really gets tricky. We got to keep our eyes on Dan Campbell, and it's not fair because considering what he's done to change the culture in Detroit, I think he's done an outstanding job. He was the candidate for Coach of the Year. He's done an outstanding job since he's been the head coach. But you had Aaron Glenn as your defensive coordinator, who's now the head coach of the Jets, and you had Ben Johnson as your offensive coordinator, who's now the head coach of the Chicago Bears. And the reason why we got to keep our eyes on him is because he decided to go with more instead of this guy Ekstrand, who's and I think that's how you pronounce his name. Correct me if I'm wrong, Peter. But look at him at Ekstrand. When you look at what he did with the New York Jets, says that we haven't seen the Jets offense look like that in years. Years.
No, he lost two tremendous coordinators.
But he also picked the wrong dude, it appears, at least after week 1, to be his offense coordinator, because chances are if he wanted Ekstrand to stay in Detroit, he would have stayed.
I got to go because we got to hit the top of the hour. No, you're right. Ben Johnson 1-0, and I think Micah Parsons is as well, just saying. They say a win is a win, especially early in the season for the Bengals. Are we more discouraged or encouraged by their effort versus the Browns? Back to our top story of the day, Bills' amazing comeback win over the Ravens. Have we lost all faith that Baltimore can win a big...